Good morning. It is Card Kit of the Month time for June. Each month, as my thank you to customers for a minimum $50 order, I send a card kit with 3 cards. And this is my video to show how to put them together. They're just for ideas. Then you get 3 more also in the PDF. You can also just purchase the PDFs. But we'll get started. I love doing this. I have my Monday Mavens help me on Mondays. So this is what we do. And we think about you guys, and it's just wonderful. So this is what a card kit comes like for me. And then there's a finished card of some sort in here. So you have your embellishments. We have the dies. You're going to notice I don't send any stamped images. So we're only using dies. The only thing you need to provide is sentiments, if you want sentiments, but you can use anything you have. Well, good morning. We've got Juanita, Vesta, Vicky here. I never know because these are always spur of the moment when I finally get around to doing these each month. So I'm always thrilled to have people come on. So first, we're going to quick look at the cards. This card is called a spanner card, and I think it is just so fun. So these are the 3 cards I'm going to be putting together. So that's that one. And look how elegant this is. Just simple card that is just lovely. And then a card that is cut off at the side here, one of my favorite ways to make cards. And then I add 3 that would use stamps or something. These are for ideas. These are not in the kit, but just some easy stamping and an easy layout. A Z-fold card like this. And another. So there actually happen to be several fun folds. And then a card like this. So all the details are in the PDF about making these cards too. So you get a lot of use out of your paper. And of course, this paper is on sale for the month of June too. So how cool is that? So let's go ahead and assemble. And then you get a PDF, with all the directions. So we're just going to do these in the order we have them. So I have my envelopes. Oh, a bunch of you are on. That is so fun. So here's my first one. So we're going to match that up, and that will be with this card. So you're going to notice I've used sentiments from this Cheerful Daisies stamp set, but you could use absolutely anything in here, and you can always use black. So this card is really simple. All the measurements and things are on the PDF, so I don't go through all of those here, but you get a good idea of how to make these. So this isn't like my Wednesday ones where I do everything. Now I'm going to pretend I stamped on this. I'm going to have to carefully take this off or stamp on here to complete this card because I want to show how they come in the kits. And then I'm going to use a complete one of these. These all come together. And I just think this is so pretty, just the way it is. I'm going to use, and I love it kind of a little lacy feel. So I'm putting mini glue dots just kind of all over in the back. And let's see, I'm just putting them where you won't see them. When it comes to the leaves up here, I will even cut one smaller. Let me see if I have my scissors. Here's the scissors. I'll even cut one in half because I want it to be really tiny. I don't want to see them, but I think it probably needs to be held down a little bit. So let's see. I think that looks pretty good. Okay, we'll do one more. Yeah, there's always room for one more, right? So it's so fun to see you guys on here when this is just kind of whenever it fits in. I don't mean to do this midway through the month, but it just seems like my schedule's gotten away from me, playing catch up. But we all know how that is. So I am so grateful to do something I love and to have people to do this with, to have this fabulous community of you guys. And then I'm just going to put this on. So I would have my word stamp first, and then I would arrange this because you can see I don't want to do the whole word thing or I'm going to have trouble figuring this. I could cut these apart. We're going to do that for the other cards. So I could do that and scatter them. But on this card, I wanted to leave them just like this. And then I'm just adding some of these embellishments. So that is the first card. And look how pretty that is and how simple it is. I know some of you have already gotten your card kits from me and you got the PDFs, but a couple of people said, where's the video? I want to see the video. So that is so cool. That is card number 1. Okay, next we'll go to card number 2. And this is this card. One of my favorite layouts that you'll just see me do so many times is just to cut off part of a card here. And the thing that's interesting, you could cut this off at any part. So the directions don't matter. You're going to do whatever you want to do and whatever your accent piece goes with. And then you're just going a 1/4 inch down. So on this card, I think this paper is so fun, and it's all so different, so many different colors with daisies, which makes it really fun. So this is going to be the front of my card, which will go on this piece. These are all going to be just 1/4 inch down. So I will put these on. Remember, 1/4 inches, you've just got it made. You can make anything you want. So I'll put that on. And then we'll do this. Tim is being ambitious today, so he's not here. He's walking around the lake with some friends. So that is pretty fun. And then this will go on the inside. So this is my card inside. Just look how easy these are. These colors are just so fun. And I love sending the card kits because one of the comments I get from people is, I'm finally making cards. So this is just to get you in the mood. And remember, you don't have to own any of this stuff. It's ideas to use with the Cheerful Daisies. But if you don't have it, you can complete these cards because you can just use any sentiment at all. And then, okay, am I missing? Okay, if I'm ever missing pieces, you can let me know. But for some reason, I don't know if I left these here or if this is actually missing one. It appears, I guess I won. It's missing something. Okay, so what we're going to do to finish this is you're going to want this piece. Sometimes I have to check our quality control, and I'm speaking to myself here. And this is the daisy that I want. So do you see, I'm just going to cut this out, and I can see already I didn't bring all my supplies out here. This is really just working on the fly, but I thought, how cool is this? And then you're just going to take a marker. So I just wanted to show, I just took a marker to do the inside and then little lines around the outside. So it kind of going after that look of a flower. So how cool is that? So I think that is very fun. Now, if you had a card kit missing a part, I do love to know that, but it's really wonderful if you don't maybe send it. You could use a bunch or anything else. I look at this sometimes and think sending out one little piece for a stamp is not. So, but let me know because I do want to spot check our things. You know, we just can't get it all together. But anyway, I just think what a great idea. But also just keep in mind, this is a great layout and you could use any punch. You don't need this die. I'm using the die from this set, of course, but you don't need to use that. Okay, and then the third one, we love to deal with mistakes as they go along, right? So the third card is going to be the spanner card. And I'm going to bring that out right here. So the first thing you're going to notice is we have these 2 strips. So I'm going to cut those. And I better double check that just so my papers fit. Again, do you know if you're making your own, the size of these wouldn't matter. You can vary these. It's just going to matter to me today because I already have the Designer Series paper cut and I want it to fit. So that makes sense. But all patterns are meant to be played with. Make your own depending on what you're accenting. So this looks like an inch and a 1/4, and that's what I was going to guess. You know, I have my PDF right here. You would think that I could just look at that, right? But I didn't. We'll do the slow way. So 1 1/4. Well, Ramona, wonderful. I would love to talk to you. And okay, so I'm going to do 1 1/4. I like to stand up when I do this, but I will just go down right to the middle fold line. And then I'm going to flip it over and do the same on the other. And we just always want things to work right, but they don't always, and that's okay too. So how cool is this? Now we often make a card where then we seal these down. So you'll see I've done this many times, and then this becomes the card. In a spanner card, we're not putting it down because it's opening twice. It opens there, So you see a pretty display here, and then it opens here to see the inside. And here's where you're going to write on the inside or have a pretty stamp. So isn't that cool? So we're just going to leave the layers that way. So now I am going to, let's see, I'll work backwards. I will go ahead and put the inside of the card in. Each month I include one of the 3 cards is a fun fold. So it's also a fun way to get a collection of fun fold ideas. But, and then these are going to go across the, okay, these can go across the front, but you're going to notice, let's see, I'll put this one on. I'm working back to front here. And so this is the fun fold for this month, but 2 of the other cards in the PDF are also fun folds. So now to put this on, you're going to notice I want my strip across here. So I have my strip right here, and I am going to put that on the ends first. So I'm just going to put that where I decide it to be. Okay, so I have that, and now I'm going to put these pieces over it, except I want to see the side. We'll get the correct side here. So we'll do this. Aren't these pretty colors? Allie said she loves the colors in this. I do too, and it's just a different look. You know, usually I think of white daisies in a blue background, and there's some of that in here too, which is beautiful. But I also think this is so fun because it's just so different. And this is going to cover then the spanner card. It's going to cover the, see the edges, you're not going to see that. So I'm going to add that in there. So here is my spanner card. It's going to open there and open again there. So what I've taken here is, again, we're coming back to this, and you can see we're going to use the large. Whenever I cut out dies like something like this, I like to cut out several because then you have extras to play with. Look at all these cool things you can do with this. So I'm going to just trim that. I used a sponge dauber. Again, you could use markers or anything to add some yellow in the middle. That is all. And then we put that on the front, making sure it only hits where you want it to open. I'll go ahead and do that. So I would put this on with, or I can come back, I think, and still add. I can still come back and add my other details. So how fun is that? And then I have this one left yet, and then I still have the leaves. Other cool things you can do with this. Let me, okay, I have to find. Do you see this card, do you see how this has just been colored? So you can color all kinds of things, the leaves, and so you get a whole different look with that. So on this, again, I'm going to trim off those little edges. And sponge the tip of that, and then just add it on the inside for a little decorative thing. And I'm going to put it kind of right on the side so it looks pretty when you open it here. I don't know if the lighting looks so good here, but I thought, is that fun? So we're making these 3 cards out of 2 of these. And then, of course, we're going to add the other gems. So these are the cards. And then we have the extra cards. So thank you so much for joining me for this. This is my monthly program. And the PDFs, you can go purchase PDFs from past months, but the card kits are not available. The card kits are my thank you gift that I just love doing. It's one of my favorite things to do, both because I have help and because I just think of all of you who support my business. So thank you so much. And let me know if you have any questions, if you need any help with ordering. The house code for the month is this, but you can always find it. You can always call me. And thanks so much for watching.